World War III, allegedly. World War III, eh? What's your take on it? Did you miss it? Oh, come on. Where have you been? Let me break it down for you. At the beginning of April, Israel hit Iran's Syrian embassy and killed long-serving generals Zahedi and Rahmani. And if you know one thing, you'll know to be terrified of Iran. It took Iran ages to retaliate. Their retaliation, after many warnings, happened this week. They sent snail-paced rockets towards Israel's Iron Dome. These were intercepted by Jordan, Saudi, and eventually the dome itself. The drones and missiles took 4 hours to arrive and carried a stern warning before they were sent. Bibi was livid. He held talks with Biden and Sunak for the first time. Words like, "do not do anything rash," and "exercise restraint" entered the West's narrative. Netanyahu came back to say that Israel will make its own decisions. Last night, there were reports that the U.S. had agreed to Israel's plan for a military operation in Rafah, southern Gaza, in return for Israel refraining from carrying out a major attack on Iran. Sick, eh? Oh, it gets worse. Israel have deployed drones with the sounds of screaming women and children to lure Gazans out from the rubble to finish them off. It's so bad that Qatar, the mediator, came close to resigning this week as no further progress is being made on ceasefire talks. You have to ask yourself, was that entire story fabricated or at least manipulated to justify the final blow to the Gazans? Rafah plan? Nope, that's not it. Because 20 minutes ago, Israel bombed an Iranian military base. Strap yourselves in, guys, and be happy that you live on the other side of the planet. It's me, Tanya Curry, and I'm so grateful it's Friday. This is the first week in ages that international headlines have smothered South Africa's election rhetoric. There were floods in Dubai, Oman, Saudi, and Afghanistan. When I say floods, think swimming camels. Swimming camels in what was once a desert. Camels battling to find their breaststroke or doggy paddle ability. That's the kind of weather I'm referring to. There was an earthquake in Japan and a volcano erupted in Indonesia, and there were several tsunami warnings. Russia claims that 50,000 troops were killed in the Ukraine war. Sudan, however, overshadows Gaza and Ukraine as 9 million people are displaced and no one has bothered to count the dead. Several Google employees were arrested for protesting about software that will aid the war on Gaza. New York Times issued an editorial guide to tell their journalists to avoid the word genocide. Meta's Zuckerberg has been hiding a little project with the name Lavender, where he's been silently ingesting all your WhatsApp conversations to introduce their new AI product to WhatsApp users. The Brits issued a warning to their subjects about South Africa. Allegedly, we are a terror threat. Have you been to South Africa, man? We eat terrorists for breakfast. The only good news to make its way over the waters is Sia is on time. No, man, he isn't punctual. He's in the punctuation in Time magazine. On the cover, nogal. He has been named in the top 100 most influential people on the planet, according to America. It was Trevor Noah who made the submission. Now there's a good news story. Let's move this back home, where after those opening conversations, even the elections don't look so bad. Allegedly. Today, between 4 and 5 this afternoon, I'll be on ENCA with the Real Election poll. It seems that everyone has a poll, though. I wonder where these oaks get their data from. Is it their thumbs? There are 33 parties on the ballot. The DA is shouting at its voters to stay with the DA. But he's not been the worst this week, to be fair. Others are doing dance challenges on TikTok. Right, let me bring you up to speed. A woman begged Ramaphosa for a job and he told her to keep looking.
What did you study?
Communications.
Communications. How old are you?
10 years old.
So you are looking for work now?
I am. I've been searching.
Yeah, you must keep searching. You must also register on the Mobi.
Holomisa is testifying against Madam Speaker Mapisa Ngakula, and ex-public protector Makubani still wants 10 million rand from us. Zuma is truly on the ballot paper, I mean for real. He is still a card-carrying member of the ANC, but he's also standing for president under the stolen logo of MK.
We can confirm that the face of the party on the ballot paper in respect of MK Party will be that of Mr. Jacob Zuma.
He's been working, that old man of ours. Exhausted, he fell asleep in court twice this week as the Downer and Morn matters were struck off the roll. Kudos to Dali for losing the most important battles of all. Asbestos's PA was arrested in the USA. Malema said he'd work with the stolen logo party MK, as if we didn't see that coming. Eyes roll so far backwards I can see my past. Gayton came up with a moonshot pact of his own, this one to unseat the DA in the Western Cape. To be fair, though, I'd never heard of the parties he was making a moon landing with. But you know, headlines. Blade and Zamandi's head is on the block for the complete mess that is our higher education's NSFAS. Here we need 40 million rand to make sure we have a free and fair election in KZN. And then to make you laugh, Phil Craig, leader of the Cape Independence Party, challenged Steenhuisen to a polygraph because Steenhuisen promised a referendum. Why? For the Cape to vote for themselves. A mini Brexit sort of satire. Yes, I read this news so you don't have to bother yourself with this garbage. I do like the polygraph idea, though. A live show with all our politicians lined up and some hard-hitting journalists asking simple yes or no's would be great for our voting electorate. And actually, we only need one question. Did you steal anything from South Africa? And just like that, we'd be lucky if we had one party left standing. I've got to take my hat off, not in the Becky kind of way, to Phil Craig and his rose-tinted mountain. In other news, the weather certainly tried to humble us here at home. Carnage at Margate, fires in the Winelands. Our education is torn to shreds. Over 80% of our grade 8s can't pass an elementary test, and 31,000 teachers' posts are left unfilled. 6,000 school pupils are between the ages of 20 and 30. Are you still listening? I admire your tenacity if you are. I'd have left the building already. It is Friday.